Dhu, thank you for being with me today. Let's chat about people that suffer from stammers or stuttering. There's a few different schools of thought for people, what you can do in order to overcome this. Some believe therapy is the key. Others advocate for community acceptance of people who stutter. And maybe it was something that you dealt with growing up, or your kids, and they have been through therapy. Let me know, 1300 222 720. I want you to meet Peter Dhu this morning. He's from WA Speak Easy Association, and Peter has stuttered since childhood, but until he was about 20, he decided to seize the day and find techniques to help with his stutter. Good morning to you, Peter.
Good morning.
So when did, stuttering for you become apparent?
Probably year 2, year 3 at school, the standing up and having to read in front of class. That's when I found out that I was different. People laughed at me. They looked at me. As a preschooler, you just run around and play games and you probably don't notice you've got a stutter, but the reading and the class reaction to me was the signal that, hey, something wrong. There's something wrong here, something going on.
What did it feel like when you got asked to, get up in front of the class? What was going through your mind? What was, your body? What were you feeling like in those moments, knowing that you had to do this in front of your peers?
Yeah, look, I'll steal a quote from another person who stutters, James Earl Jones, the voice of Darth Vader. There's nothing harder than having messages in your heart that you're unable to speak. So very frustrating. And later on in school, just didn't speak. So the elective mute, the avoidance, the dodging, the skipping school, and just not speaking.
Was there much treatment in those days? Was it apparent to, your teachers, to your parents to try to figure out how to mitigate this?
Yeah, very apparent. And early treatment, I guess I'm an older man. Early treatment was less than effective than today. So if you saw The King's Speech, the movie,
Yes.
as a 7, 8-year-old, I had marbles put in my mouth and other kind of esoteric, non-evidence-based therapies were administered to me as a kid. So, basically witchcraft, stuff that didn't really work.
Well, in those times when you were being told, this is what we're going to do, it'll help your jaw, it'll help you enunciate, those kinds of things, did you ever think that one of these may be, the magic silver bullet, that it may just go away one day by using these methods?
Not really. It wasn't until so the earlier days, it was my parents who took me to therapy, and you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Mm-hmm. Later on, as an adult, as you mentioned, about 28, I sought therapy because I'd hit rock bottom and I was after help and ready for change. And that technique in the early 1980s was brilliant, and that's what I still use today, the slowing down, the running of the words together, the gentle onsets, and that still, 40 years later, keeps me fluent probably 85% of the time.
With you today, Peter Dhu, WA branch of Speak Easy Association. You're hearing his story of living with a stutter, or a stammer, as some people call it. Well, we ask you to come on the radio today at the age you are now. Is that still a big deal for you?
Yeah, the anxiety level, the Fitbit's just gone up, the heart rate. but I think self-acceptance is a big thing. You said community acceptance, and it's so much easier when you are stuttering, having a stuttering moment, that people just allow you time to finish the words. Don't try and substitute words for you. Don't snigger or smile. And that's community acceptance. But the other thing that made a shift for me was when I became self-accepting. So I'm a person who stutters, mm-hmm. but that doesn't define me. It's just one of those characteristics. Other people wear glasses. Other people, walk with a limp, or there's a whole range of abilities and disabilities out there. When you accept yourself, the fluency journey becomes a whole lot easier. And agreeing to go on radio, which is being vulnerable, and I might stutter badly, but I don't mind because I've got that self-acceptance.
Well, thank you for being vulnerable with us today on ABC. We really appreciate it. It's great to,